Hello everybody, welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. My name is Necroxus. I may have gone a little overboard and got to level 12 off camera doing side quests and hunting log. I underestimated how much the bonus here would actually help. But I just want to give you a quick rundown when I was gone, what happened. I got some new abilities. I got a cooldown, which increases my damage by 10% for 20 seconds with an 80-second cooldown. I got an instant ability, which is called Bloodletter. 15-second cooldown, and almost as strong as my filler, but it's instant. And then I got an Execute, which does the most damage of anything I've ever had so far, but can only be done with a target below 20%. I also got something special called an ability called Second Wind. Now, the way that roll abilities work is that every single... So there's 4 types of rolls. There's ranged physical damage, melee physical damage, ranged magical damage, or I guess it would be 5, healing, and then tank. At least I believe there's 5. And for each one of those roles, you all share a set of abilities. So for ranged physical damage, which I believe is just me, Bard, and a Machinist, I'll get these. You get these set of abilities, and you can only get a couple of them every once in a while. I actually have 2 now that I didn't realize. And this is a root, so I'm going to put that on my bar. And these are all completely different than your regular abilities for your class, and also ones you're going to get for your job. So yeah, I just want to let you guys know that's what I was doing off camera. I also decided I'm not going to be showing the Archer quest chain. All the classes have a quest chain, which are all pretty good. I've only done the Mage, the Black Mage / Thaumaturgist one. Also, I got a friend request from Howie. They're all pretty interesting, but I'm not going to show them here. This is just for the main story quest. So if you're curious, you can go play it yourself. And I think the last thing I want to do is in the beginning of every video, I want to do a bit of a story recap. Last time, the first thing we did was we were sleeping on a caravan, and we had a weird dream about some crystal that was telling us to hear, feel, and think. And we kind of woke up on this carriage en route to Gridania, which is the capital within the 12's Wood, which is a big forest. It's kind of, for lack of a more sophisticated term, where the cat people, the humanoid cat people, and the elves live in Final Fantasy XIV. And we have essentially begun doing quests for the citizenry to try and get our popularity up, so we can do more and more important things. So right now, we're going to continue on with Mother Mion and see what she has to say for us. To the Bannock. Mion wishes to send an adventurer to the instructor at the Bannock. Roar, have you visited the Bannock on your wanderings? It's a training ground found just outside the city, where the soldiers of the Order of the Twin Adder are drilled in swordplay and other martial matters. The Order of the Twin Adder are one of the 3 guilds in the canon. We'll learn more about them eventually. I mention this because an acquaintance of mine, a gentleman by the name of Galfred, is an instructor there, and I think you may be of use to him. Go and introduce yourself, and find out if there's anything you can do to help. Mind you do not stray far from the path. The 12's Wood is no place for merry strolls through the underbrush. Cool. So now, we are going to the Bannock, which is right out here. Luckily, I was already out here, so I can teleport right to near the location. Once you've found the Aetheryte Stones, you can basically teleport to them for a small fee whenever you want. Or you can run there yourself. This is kind of the fast travel system in Final Fantasy XIV. It may seem like it's a lot of gil right now because I don't have much, but toward the middle and the end game, it's nothing. It's really no cost at all. Alright, so here we are. We're just going to go north a little bit and speak with Galfred. Like I said, I have been doing the hunting log off camera. If you're curious, I completed the entire first rank, as well as did a bunch of side quests for gear. You can ignore the side quests. I'm actually going to go around because I need to get across the river. You can ignore the side quests, but they often give you gear for all of your other slots. Your class quests will usually give you a weapon, or an ability, or both, and then a choice of one other piece of gear. But to get all the other stuff, you kind of have to do side quests, which, you know, is to be expected. Alright, so let us go visit the instructor here. I'm going to put on my sprint real fast so we can get there. There is a way to get chocobos in the game. There, like I said before, last episode, there are ground mounts, there are flying mounts. We are just not high enough of a level yet to actually get any of those things. Alright, so I believe we have to go right here. Greetings, Roar Fadeleaf. Mion sent word to expect you. My name's Galfred, and I'm responsible for training our Twin Adder recruits. I thank you for volunteering for your assistance. The 12's Wood is much changed since the calamitous arrival of the 7th Umbral Age 5 years ago. So, the world of Eorzea, which is the world of Final Fantasy XIV, is split into, like, ages. Kind of like how the prehistoric era times are split into ages. And they're basically, the Umbral, there's like an Umbral era, which is kind of like the second half of an age. And then the Solar Era? I don't remember the first one, but the Calamity, which is some nebulous event that we don't know much about yet, when that happened, it ushered in the 7th Umbral Era, 5 years ago. The power of the elements wanes and the harmony of the forest gives way to chaos. A great abundance of life has been lost, as the strong run rampant, stifling the weak and the new-sprung. Though it may not appear so to the eyes of an outsider, the 12's Wood is ailing, its once rich variety a fading memory. For the citizens of Gridania, the restoration of the forest is a sacred duty, and it is my hope that adventurers such as yourself will offer aid to them in their struggle. Listen to their requests and do all you can. May the elements bless your endeavors, Roarend Fadeleaf. Alright, so, next part of the quest. Galfred, Chief Instructor at the Bannock, wishes to inspect your equipment and thereby gauge your readiness for future missions. I see you are eager to lend a hand, Roarend. This is well, but I cannot in good conscience send you into the forest until I have established that your equipment is equal to the task. It bears repeating that in the 5 years since the dawn of the 7th Umbral Era, many of the 12's Wood's creatures have transformed into vicious, bloodthirsty monsters. Venturing into the forest without proper gear is tantamount to suicide. I suggest you take some time to evaluate your equipment. Once you deem your armor to be of sufficient quality, present yourself to me for inspection. Equip your head, body, hands, legs, and feet with the gear of item level 5 or above before returning. And that is basically what I have. This is going to tell you about your gear. Head, level 5. Body, level 10. Hands, level 5. Legs, which is not required, but level 1. Boots, level 5. Weapon, level 10. Earrings, level 1, because these give good bonuses, so I don't really change them until much later. Level 1, level 1, level 1. This is basically wants you to go do side quests to get better gear, like I was explaining earlier. Ready for inspection, are we? Right. Eyes forward, back straight? Yes, I think you pass muster. You would be surprised at how many young, promising soldiers get themselves killed by rushing off into the woods without first donning a decent set of armor. Your equipment, however, should provide the required degree of protection. Consider yourself ready for duty. Hooray! Next part, Chasing Shadows. Oh, Roarend, by your tireless efforts you have proven yourself a friend to Gridania. It seems weird because I'm just doing these right in a row, but I did spend like 2 or 3 hours doing side quests off camera, so story-wise, that's kind of how it should be going, but kind of got a little carried away and got to level 12. I believe you can be trusted with sensitive intelligence. I would assign you a mission of considerable import, yet the need for secrecy prevents me from disclosing its details until you have pledged your participation. I am authorized to tell you that only it concerns suspicious activity in the 12 Wood. Say you will lend us your aid, and I shall proceed with the briefing. Galfred needs an adventurer to investigate suspicious activity in the 12 Wood. Good. Time is of the essence, so listen well. You will by now have heard that a suspicious individual has been seen prowling the 12's Wood. And you may also be aware that Ixali activity has risen sharply in the region of late. What you may not know is that this increase coincided almost exactly with the first recorded sighting of the aforementioned individual. Suspecting a connection, we tightened our surveillance in hopes of tracking down our unknown visitor. Alas, our quarry is proving to be exceedingly elusive, almost as if he knows our movements ahead of time. You got a traitor. But where whole units have failed, a lone adventurer may yet succeed. Acting independently and covertly, you may be able to close in on our quarry unnoticed. Fear and anxiety are beginning to take their toll upon the citizenry, Roarend. For their sake, I ask you aid us in this investigation. You have my gratitude. With your help, I am hopeful we will shed light upon this mystery. Sorry, my brain is not smart sometimes and can't read. Begin your search at Life Men's Stump. It is there that the majority of the sightings took place. Be forewarned, my people cannot offer you support, lest our quarry catch our scent of our presence and invade us yet again. Proceed with caution. Here we go. This is so different than my mage, because it's a whole different area, but I was wondering if, like, maybe they just kind of copied and pasted a lot of the quests. But so far, it's been pretty different. I guess it depends on who this individual is. If it's who I think it is, then it's the same as the mage, the thaumaturge area, which is the desert. Alright, so none of these guys are hostile, so I'm not gonna mess with them. Although, I think the sapling here, I need it for my hunting log. Let's take a look real quick. Tree and sapling. I only need to kill one, so let's just do it while I'm right here. Alright, I got my buff, which makes my straight shot be a crit. Bam! And now I can use my execute. Bang. Got him. I think I was supposed to do that, right? Yeah, there we go. Oh, I don't get the reward till I get all of these. I see. Alright. Cool. Are we going this way? Yeah. Look at that waterfall. This game is super, super beautiful. Alright, we're looking for suspicious individuals. I sure hope it's not Maximum Waifu, who I absolutely love, for no reason that will be obvious the second you see him. You're about to enter an instance battle. Instance battles occur during certain missions and quests. Take a moment to read the information displayed in the active window before answering the call of duty. So these are kind of like special battles for the storyline, whereas you'll show up in a place and inspect something, and then it's like, oh shit, in the storyline, a thing happens. So we're going to commence the battle. And we're going to see... We are looking at a magicked blade, I think is what it was called. But we shall see what it is.
Look! Someone's already here.
I think it is them. Oh no, it's not!
Oh dear. Is that a sword in the stump? Bad idea. Really bad idea.
But I know who they are.
It takes a lot less than that to incite the green wrath, you know. Why, the first time we came to the 12's Wood, we almost ended up as a stranger dinner, just for crashing our airship in the wrong place.
Shut up, Ina!
It was all Papolino's fault, of course.
This one. Not even
Though
close.
he'd sooner swallow his staff than admit that he's... You know him, Kublo Kop?
Well, not exactly, but we did once share a carriage. Isn't that right?
Oh, this is the one that was helping his friend drink all the alcohol. Oh, I can't believe these guys are here already.
Same as the last. There is a disturbance here as well. And newly manifested at that.
I have a huge smile on my face. I love this story in this game.
Kublo Kop seems convinced of your innocence. But if this isn't your doing, whose is it?
Ever since the calamity, the forest's been really sensitive. The slightest disruption to the etheric flow, and this sort of thing happens.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's not good. Oh my god, are they gonna help me fight?
It seems we have little choice.
Yes! Eat him! Papa Limo! Oh shit, I guess we don't know their names yet, but... we will probably right after this. Level sync. I'm too high level, so they synced it up to me. I've noticed that my character's voice when he fights is really not super great. But I guess we're gonna have to get used to it. So I think what I want to do is kill the lesser ones while they focus on the big guy right here, the Frenzied Elm. And then we'll all just gang up on the last one. They are clearly a level way above me, as you can see, level question mark. I'm trying to show off the different animations from my abilities. That's my dot. This is my buff one. This is my filler. Here's my instant cast. Oh wait, no, that's the root. Here's my instant cast. Oh wait, I can't learn it yet? Oh, I got scaled down to before when I could learn it. That's right, if they scale you down because you're too high, you'll lose those abilities for that fight. Alright. So I should be killing the little ones still while they focus on the big guy. Alright, that one's done. Let's get the Frenzied Oak. Hit my buff real quick. Oh no, there's more! Get my critical hit. Bam, see ya! Uh-oh. Those are AoE damage indications. I think that's the first time we've seen that so far. I'm doing okay on health, although I think one of them will heal me if I start getting low. There's usually some kind of mechanic in these fights where you'll get healed. But not quickly enough that you mean you still have to know what you're doing. He's almost dead. I'll put a dot on him real quick. Get my buff back up. Alright, there we go. Duty complete. Oh. Interesting. This is how you get the first crystal in this area. Oh, we don't get to see my main man, my squeeze, like we did in the desert. I'm so sad about that.
Hear, feel, think.
The plot thickens.
Crystal Bearer. I am Hydaelyn, all made one.
Ooh, that gave me goosebumps.
A light there once was that shone throughout this realm, yet it hath since grown dim. And as it hath faltered, so hath darkness risen up in its stead, presaging an end to life. For the sake of all, I beseech thee, deliver us from this fate. The power to banish the darkness dwelleth in the crystals of light. Journey forth and lay claim to them. By thy deeds shall the crystals reveal themselves to thee.
Goosebumps number 2.
Only believe, for the light liveth in thy heart.
Final Fantasy can pull my heartstrings every single time, no matter what game it is. Other players.
Go now, my child, and shine thy light on all creation.
Sure thing, Heidelin. She's the goddess of the world. I mean, she did kind of tell you, but kind of was vague, but, I mean, come on. Heidelin is the goddess.
You fainted. A surfeit of ether, no doubt.
And what have we here?
Our culprit, it would seem, an Ixal. And no ordinary Ixal either. A chieftain. That they would venture this deep into enemy territory, the beastmen may indeed be acting under orders. This is Papalimo. We found the
How are we
culprit.
feeling then?
It was an
Better?
Ixali chieftain.
Good.
Yes, we'll seek Brother Esumian's cooperation in the matter.
Giant
Ida?
crystals?
Oh,
Can't say
loud,
I've seen any.
heartless. Much the same
Are you
as
sure
always.
you're feeling better?
Understood. Over and out. Kuplokop, please bear word of these developments to Brother Esumian. We shall soon return to give a full report.
Esumian!
Understood. Over and out. Kupo!
I fucking love the Moogles. I don't care what I said last episode about them being annoying. The good Moogles are...
Here is where we
A+.
part ways. Till next time, take care.
Bye, Papa Limo. He called himself that, so now we know that's his name.
I think that sword might be a clue. You should definitely pull it out and take it back to the Bannock.
She's an animated pugilist. She fights with, like, fist gauntlets. I guess I don't know what you would call those.
You don't suppose that adventurer could see Kuplokop, do you?
He talked right to me before, guys. Come on.
And this occurs to you now? Yes, it seemed that way. Time will tell.
Well, time will have to, because you won't. You never tell me what's really going on. Unless... you don't know what's going on either.
You'd like that, wouldn't you?
Oh, I love them! Oh, all the characters in this game are A+. You guys know literally nothing about them already, but I know all the things, and I'm so excited to show you. Yay, we got the sword. Let's go back. I don't want to teleport. I don't want to use the money. Plus, it probably will be just as quick just to run back. So, We're technically, this is a level 5 quest. We have seen the crystal twice now. This time they've the voice has introduced itself as Hydaelyn, which is the goddess of the world, telling us to find the crystals of light to stop the oncoming darkness, because ever since the calamity 5 years ago, light has begun to fade, darkness has begun to swell, and everything everywhere is getting kind of fucked. Also, I hit that mushroom on accident. What's up, Galfred? Roland, it's good to see you back. One of our patrols sent word that you'd been spotted doing battle with enraged treants. I am relieved to find that you're none the worse for experience. But tell me, what were you able to discover at the Lifemen's Stump? The sword. An ornately decorated sword found thrust into the Lifemen's Stump. I believe it's an Ixali sword, I think. Based on what that dead one was carrying. A sword in the stump and a dead Ixali, I can say with absolute certainty that this blade is of Ixali origin. It is of a kind that used exclusively in the Beastmen's rituals. The Ixali rarely set foot in the Central Shroud, so tight is our guard over the area. What purpose could have driven them to take such a risk? I fear something is afoot. What's that? A dubious couple sporting peculiar spectacles? Say it, say their name, say their name. So you've finally been acquainted with Yida and Papalimo. Lay your suspicions to rest. Gridania counts them amongst their staunchest allies. Both are scholars hailing from a distant land and have been with us since before the calamity. Since before the calamity. Their garb may appear outlandish and their exchanges baffling, but never once have they given us cause to doubt them. Indeed, they often assist the gods Quiver and the Wood Whalers in their work, much as I hope you will in the days to come, Roland. Although our unknown visitor eludes us still, owing to your efforts, we have acquired important intelligence on the Ixali's threat. You have my gratitude. We are fortunate indeed to have a capable adventurer such as you aiding us. I pray you will continue to serve the people of Gridania in whatever capability you are able. Hooray! Look at that. Level 5 quest introducing major important characters. Man. It's almost like this is a proper RPG or something. Alright, we're continuing on. An Eft for effort. Galfred, chief instructor of the Banach, wishes you to assist with their training of new recruits. A word, if I may. There's a difficult matter which I could use your assistance. Allow me to explain. The nearby river is home to a colony of Black Efts. Black Efts. Try to say Efts. Whom I sent a party of recruits to slay. Yet scarcely a bell after I had done so, the youngsters returned, hysterical yet noticeably unbloodied, and loudly bemoaned their misfortune at ever having been sent to contend with such hell-born horrors. Pitiful. My great-grandmamma could dispatch an Eft with her walking stick and a harsh word. That such a task should cow a whole party of able-bodied men and women is beyond belief. I would have you show these quivering milksops how it's done. Make your way to the river and put down 4 of the creatures. I gotta go show up these recruits because they're little bitches. So let's go kill some Black Efts. Alright. So there should be some down here. Here they are. They're like frog alligators. Get them! Whew. There's one. One thing you'll notice, I haven't pointed out yet because I don't think I've done a quest on camera involving it yet, but one thing that I love that this game does, and unfortunately WoW does not, in fact it does the opposite, is whenever you have to collect stuff from enemies, like say the quest was collect a Black Eft tongue, every single mob will drop one. There is a 100% drop rate, and that is something WoW does not do. It kind of wastes your time a little bit more, and this game doesn't do that at all. The only time there are quests like that is if you're doing the end game stuff in the relevant expansion, and only for the best possible gear outside of raids. Or whatever they're called in this game. I forget what the name of them are. But they never make you farm for drop rates stuff, and that's something I love about this game that WoW, unfortunately, does not do. And in fact, it kind of does the opposite. It makes you waste your time a little bit. Trying to pick up a bunch of crap that should drop from every enemy, but doesn't for some reason. So, you know, there's one for Final Fantasy XIV over WoW, I think. I do have to say, I think I like the combat in WoW a little bit more, though, too, just in general. But, you know, they're both good. Welcome back, Rear End. You performed admirably. I had my recruits watching from the banks as you dispatched the Efts. It appears your skill in battle has inspired them. Either that or they have no wish to be upstaged by an adventurer. It matters little. What does matter is they have resumed training with renewed zeal, and I have you to thank for it. I'm in your debt. I don't think I need any of these, so... A cool thing about quests in this game is if you don't want any of the rewards for some reason, they usually offer these things, which are Allegan bronze pieces, and it's just kind of things that you can sell for money. As you can see, I have a bunch already here. I have tin and bronze pieces, and they sell for 25 gil, and these sell for 100 apiece. Let's continue on. Eggs over Queasy. Galfred, Chief Instructor of the Bannock, wishes you to collect Chigo egg sacs. War End, injuries to several of my men have left me short-handed. I require a capable sort to complete their unfinished duty. The task is simple. Put down as many of the local Chigo population necessary to acquire 8 of their egg sacs. Having done so, you are to deliver them to Mon Reguin at Gilbert's Spire. He will answer any queries you might have. Now I have other businesses to attend to. Alright. I think we're going to pull this quest off. This might actually be, yeah, exactly the quest I was talking about, where you have to kill them to get their items. Whoops. One of the NPCs killed. See, look it. You're going to see I got one from the first one. I'm going to get one from every single one. There is a 100% drop rate on all of the quests in the game. Except for probably 0.02% of them at the end game. Oh, I leveled up from that. I'm 13 now. That's cool. I'm not sure when I get my next abilities. Actions? Looks like 15, I get a backflip. That's pretty cool. And then at 16 for my roll, I get an ability that inflicts a target with heavy. That means it slows them down. So it's kind of like a slow. The slow ability in this game is called heavy. Alright, I'm going to kill the rest of these. Now I'm going to go to the NPC, and then I think that'll be it for this episode. Because we've already done quite a bit. We've met some awesome characters, we've done an event, we saw a cool cutscene, and yeah. So, we'll continue on then, and I'll see you guys there. Oh, we're coming back in. 3, 2, 1. I didn't actually know that the NPC is standing literally right here, so... Well, here we are! Ah, you must be the adventurer standing in for our injured companions. Terribly unfortunate business, that. I got the egg sacs. It seems, however, that you had little trouble gathering the egg sacs in their stead. Excellent work! I shall have them sent over to the Trappers League immediately. Lest you wonder, these egg sacs are not destined for the dinner table. Members of the Twin Adder and the Wood Whalers are assisting the League by collecting the samples they need to check for signs of sickness. The Chigo, you see, is one of the few creatures capable of transmitting the disease known as the Creeping Death. Until relatively recently, any hire who contracted this ghastly illness would almost inevitably perish. A hire is another one of the races of the game. Indeed, a single outbreak once claimed the lives of a 30 of the Hiren population here in Gridania. That was long ago, of course. With the medicines available to us now, the Creeping Death is not the killer it once was. Even so, it's best to halt any new outbreaks before they occur. Thus, we gather Chigo eggs on a regular basis in order to assist the Trappers League with their ongoing research. Your timely assistance is most appreciated. So usually for some quests you've seen earlier that I got in this video, they'll offer something like a wind shard, which is the crafting ingredient, or they'll offer like a potion. I usually take the potions because I don't feel like crafting on this character, to be honest. Let's see. Let's do one more quest. Surveying the damage. A guard at Gilbert's Spire named Moranguin needs you to recover the surveying equipment left behind in a cave by a startled recruit. Such an embarrassing turn of events. I sent a recruit from the Bannock on a surveying expedition only for the Craven to turn tail and flee. at the first sign of trouble. That is not how we treat requests from the conjurers. As if such a poor showing weren't bad enough, the lily-livered half-wit left behind the surveying equipment provided by Hearer Pauline herself. I believe she's one of the leaders of the conjurers. The conjurer is another one of the classes that you can pick. While I attempt to instill some backbone into this so-called soldier, would you mind recovering any survey gear and returning it to Hearer Pauline at Garbino's Bower? According to my recruit's tale of woe, there should be a set of survey records, a surveyor's rope, and 2 boxes of surveyor's instruments strewn about the interior of the cave to the south of here. It's a wonder the damn fool didn't lose his boots. Matron, watch over you. Alright, so we have to go... Where are we going? Oh, in there, okay. And as you see, as we get further through the main quest, more and more side quests begin popping up. But I'm still, I think that was a level 8 quest, I believe. I think I'm still 5 levels above, so... Unless there's another gear check coming up, and there are several of those gear check, like, quests. I probably won't keep doing side quests until I get closer to what I actually need to do. So these, you can tell which is going to be a hostile mob or not if they have the icon next to here. If it's blue or if it's yellow, then they won't be. There's a yellow one somewhere. But if they're red, like the bog Yarzons, they will aggro you. So just FYI, this one's going to aggro on me. See? Hopefully I can just grab this real quick before that happens. Go, 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 go. Nope. Alright, fine. Y'all want to die. That's fine by me. These guys are level 7. I'm level 13. And I believe there's another one behind me that's really close to aggroing as well. So let's grab this real quick. The survey record. Yay! And then there's one over here, an instrument. Luckily we are far enough away that those didn't aggro on me. Alright, got one. Now aggro does kind of work similar to WoW. Higher level guys will aggro you farther away, lower level ones will aggro you not as far away. And some, if you're like level 10 or 20, if they're level 10 or 20 higher than you, they will aggro you from quite a distance away, to be honest. Alright, so we got all the things. We need to return them to Pauline, which is at Garbino's Bower. How do I get there? Okay. I'm going to run over there, and then we will finish up this episode. Alright, here's the Bower, or the Boer, however you want to pronounce that. Alright, here's Pauline. What's up, girl? Yes, may I assist you with some matter? I have all your shit. Oh, but this equipment I left with the soldiers of the Bannock. Fled at the first sign of danger, you say? I see. Well, all's not lost. It appears the recruit managed to complete surveying assignment. The records are actually quite detailed. With the changes wrought by the calamity, I thought it wise to send the Order of the Twin Adder on a number of expeditions to map the region's topography. I can read. As fortune would have it, the officer saw these tasks as an excellent opportunity to train the inexperienced soldiers. We can no longer rely on our past knowledge of the Twelves Wood. If we are to survive these troubled times, we must reacquaint ourselves with our surroundings that we may better discern the threats we face. Stay vigilant, adventurer. This is intelligence, but that's not what I want. What are the pants that I'm using right now? Level 1? 15 magic defense and 7 defense? I want this, because I'm a disciple of war. It'll usually tell you which gear this is for you, if you can see right below where it says item level 8. It says disciple of war. This one says all classes. Usually you want to pick the one that you are that thing of. So I'm a disciple of war. Unless you're trying to gear up your alternate classes, which could be a thing you want to do. So, alright. Next up, let's just take this quest and then we'll see what it is. Pauline, a conjurer at Garbino's Bower, seeks an able adventurer to cull the local hoglet population. If you might spare some time, Rorand, I'd have you thin the numbers of the hoglets in Green Tier. While these beasts have always called the Twelves Wood home, their appetite has grown so insatiable of late that I fear they will devour every nut on the forest floor. The cycle of life cannot well sustain such gluttony. I must ask you to slay at least 6 of the creatures, or sacrifice to the greater good of the 12's wood. Or their sacrifice will be to the greater good, I assure you. Alright, so next time I'm going to come back having already killed the hoglets. Let's see if I can show you a fate real quick right before we end. This is something that I haven't shown you guys yet either. This is another thing that this game has that I think WoW really could use, the fate system. It's kind of like a a bonus objective in World of Warcraft where you have to do a thing to raise a bar to the maximum. The difference is, in this one, every single player that's participating, regardless if they're in a party or not, all participate to the objective. And depending on how much you participate, your reward will increase. So if you just hit like one mob once, like... Oh, I'm actually way too high. I'd have to level sync like this. Because I'm too high. I've been synced to level 12. If you just hit one like this once and then leave, and other people complete the thing, you'll get like no reward, basically. You'll get like a little tiny sliver. But if you kill all of them, or if you participate through the whole thing, you'll get the full brunt of the reward. And I don't think they tell you what the reward is yet, but you'll get the whole amount of it. So it's pretty cool. Alright, so with that being said, I might as well complete this off camera. But until then, thanks for watching, everyone. We will continue on, and yeah, stay awesome, and farewell.